I got sentenced. Stay tuned if you want to hear what happened.
I created Species Nutrition with one mission in mind: to provide bodybuilders and serious athletes with no-nonsense supplements that work. I put my name and reputation on every bottle of Species Nutrition products. If you want to be your absolute best, join the evolution.
I haven't seen the sun in a week and a half. Hey, look! It just came out! Hey, look at that! I love it!
And we're back live for another edition of After Hours with the Whack Pack. This is going to be a classic. Between finding out what happened to our good friend Ameen Alai at his sentencing trial to going dumpster diving with Greg and I this past weekend. You're not going to want to miss this episode. I promise you that. All right. Right now, we had Greg here, but he was echoing again. And so we only have John and Ameen. Ameen, it was a very big week for you. We're going to talk about that in a minute. Let's try to start off on a positive note. John, I was up in New York visiting. And actually, I was in Connecticut a little bit with my sister, and then in New York. And I actually went up and stopped by Greg Valentino's house at 10:30 at night, which is the only time you really can go. You can't really go during the day because he sleeps all day. You know that, right?
Yeah,
I actually saw
Greg is nocturnal.
In his bedroom where he has his noise machine and the TV that plays static too. By the way, it's a tube TV. It's not
it's an old-fashioned one. Yeah.
The only flat screen TV that he has in his house is the one that George gave him, Mr. G gave him, before he moved down to Florida, which is a very beautiful TV.
I bet it was a big one, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was like I don't know,
70 inches. Yeah, it was a big one.
Matter of fact, that might be the only thing in Greg's house that is from the 21st century.
Wow.
That TV. Everything else is probably from the 90s and 80s and 70s. You know.
Now, is it true there's cases and cases of empty enema bottles like all strewn all over the place?
I did not see one enema bottle, but there were some rooms that I was not allowed to go in.
Oh, well, those are the. Now, did he invite you to do like an enema with him? Like you like
sounds like a P. Diddy party.
Drink,
no, he did feed me some of the Lee Haney pasta from 1987, though.
In the Tupperware that wasn't invented yet.
Yeah. Exactly. I thought that was Greg. So in Greg's house, it's very interesting. I wish he would join us. I guess he's rebooting. When you go into Greg's house, first of all, I want to just tell you, I should really wait till he comes on because I want to give him some compliments. But let's talk about you for a minute.
Yeah, let's talk about him. I mean,
are you done with this welding course yet?
Oh, me? Yeah. Today's my last day.
Oh, good. Now we're starting early today because I have to pick up my son. But I know you prefer this, right?
Yeah, I do actually. Well, actually, 11:30 would be better. If we started on time at noon, it would be great. But we never do.
No, we can't. We can't start on time, so we have to pretend we're starting at 11. When,
right.
We start at like 11:30. Whatever time we get in here. Oh, here's Greg. All right. Okay, let's hear it.
Hey,
Greg. Better.
What's going on?
It's still echoing.
Oh, you're still echoing.
Wing. Get Lucy to help you.
No,
How did you fix it last week?
I just reboot. It's still echoing. It might be something.
The microphone said.
No, it's weird. He doesn't echo. Just
we echo. Yeah.
No, we're echoing.
Yeah.
But how it does
it.
My father's famous statement was that his house was an echo chamber.
Maybe
Greg, you got to hear that. I'm going to mute you for a second. All right. You can listen to what I'm saying.
No, it doesn't.
He unmuted himself. That's what happened. Yeah. So when I mute him, the echo goes away. So what does that mean?
Hey there.
It's feedback through his mic.
We can't do this.
Yeah, right. All right. Let me try to. No, an earpiece. What do I look like?
No, because I think that's what it is.
I'm muting you. I'm sure you can still hear us. We can't hear you, but it's not echoing now, at least.
Because he's got it on speaker, and it's.
Maybe you turn your speaker down a little bit. Maybe it's too loud. See, we have to waste precious moments of the show trying to troubleshoot his microphone. All right, let's see. No, it's echoing.
You're echoing?
Yeah, we're
Fuck. Let me reboot it again.
all right. You might have to use your phone. He actually has an Apple computer in his house, amazingly enough, that's in really good condition. He probably found it, I'm sure, at outside someone's house, but he has a real Apple screen.
Desktop?
Yes.
I have one too.
I'm saying it's amazing. You would think that he would be, working on like an IBM from 1987.
So why does he have so many technical issues? Why?
Because he doesn't have any clue. He has no technical know-how with computers. It's Lucia sets him up, I think, and then
I know. So why doesn't she help set him up in the beginning?
She's napping now because remember they went dumpster diving probably last night, and
right.
He probably hasn't gone to sleep yet. I can guarantee it.
They do it as a team.
Joe, he'll probably go to sleep.
They do it as a team.
Yeah.
Yeah. And if you saw the car that they pack shit into, it's unbelievable. There's no space. It's like they got the trunk open with zip ties.
That's I got, not to be racial, but that's a Mexican thing because I'll tell you why. I'm telling you why I'm saying it. When I moved from my apartment in Guadalajara to the house we rented in Guadalajara, we had to get rid of a bunch of shit that wouldn't fit in the house, and one of them was this couch that the dogs had eaten the leather on the side, and actually just totally fucked it up. So we weren't going to move that to the new place, so I got selling it. So this friend of mine that worked at my gym said, I know this guy, he buys everything. He'll just take everything. He shows up in this little teeny tiny car that was like a Hyundai or a one that's not available here. They only sell in Central America and Europe or whatever. This guy took everything I had in the house that I was getting rid of, everything, and he put it in the car, on the car, to the point where he had this thing rigged up with a chair, tied it to the trunk, and then he put the couch on top of the car, with part of it resting on the roof and the other part resting on the chair. And he puts one little rope around it like this, and he just drives away. It looked like, remember the scene from Beverly Hillbillies in the beginning where they got
where everything's on the top. Yeah.
It was like that times 10 because the car was so tiny. It was this little teeny tiny car. And
a Cooper Mini?
No, like a little hatchback thing. They don't make them here. Or they don't sell them here. A lot of cars that I saw in Mexico and Central America, they don't make here. So a ton of them that are available. You wouldn't believe it. But yeah, he just drove away.
I think you fixed it.
So
no.
Well,
yeah, I think you're good.
You fixed it.
Okay, there you go.
Wow, nice job.
All right, so I held off on telling my story till you got here. So anyway, I get to Greg's house at 10:30 at night.
We had a good time.
Yeah, we did. So I was gonna compliment your house because when you pull up this house, I'm like, where's this house? And then of course I see 4,000 statues on his lawn. So I said, there's his house. So I pull in the driveway and I get out and he starts giving me the tour. I'll show you guys a few clips. I'm saving it for the video I'm going to put up on YouTube, but I'll show you a little bit.
Right.
And I got to tell you, he's got a lot of stuff there because they go dumpster diving, like I told you. But it's really immaculately kept. He's not it's not, the house is not filthy.
It's got nothing to do with him. It's got to do with
junk,
Lucia.
But he doesn't have junk. It's not Sanford and Son. All the stuff he has is actually usable stuff in pretty much good order, good working order. So that it's actually like if you would go to some kind of a store that sells, maybe used high-end antiques. That's what going to his house is like. It's like going to a museum almost.
It was crazy stuff. We have oddities, and I have
but high-end stuff, not crap, John.
Give me an example. What would you consider a high-end piece of stuff?
We find Ramoa suitcases,
Yes.
As a matter of fact.
Yeah, they don't have old pieces of shit suitcases. They have name brand stuff. You can probably get Louis Vuitton in his house.
Yeah, we do.
They wouldn't let me in
they
certain
threw
rooms.
that.
They probably
People throw that shit out. They throw that shit out.
Let me tell you something. Yes,
Yep.
you want to see Dave? Maybe Dave forgot this, but Dave's. Yes. Okay. And, there's things where, let's just
I've
say,
never heard you do that, man.
Greg sent me home with a pair of shoes that were like
yes,
what are they
yes,
called?
that's
Did a
a
dead guy wear them?
No, who cares? John, the stuff he's got is high
Well,
end.
give me an example. What are you talking?
Dave saw the dead man's shoes. Let's just,
Yeah, those are
No,
disgusting.
yeah, but that's
And
different.
Dave also
I want
saw-
to hear from
disgusting.
Dave what high end stuff
All right,
means.
first of all, the shoes that my client sent him are beautiful. They look brand new. He
Yeah.
hasn't worn them once.
I have
The
I've worn
shoes,
them.
the dead
have
guy's
worn
shoes that he bows the lawn in are absolutely gross. Like that's the only gross thing in the whole house, you know. No, but like imagine like I didn't even know what this suitcase was. What was the brand name?
They're like Ramoa, like which is like really high end.
You know what Ramoa is?
No,
It's like Louis Vuitton. It's like high end. It's
very
like
high end.
Toomey.
I mean, at $500, you know, my
They have Toomey, John.
really?
yeah, we have Toomey
Yeah.
stuff. We just found we'll see, what are those designer sneakers and shit? We find Yeezys. What are the designer sneakers? We'll see. You just found the girls. What are those fucking, you know, like the girls' pocketbooks? They may look the same shit.
Look. I'm going to pull up something that he would find.
Yeah, but I want to. Other than shoes, what are you talking
Look,
about?
look
high-end
at that.
stuff?
You see that
Everything. We have
suitcase, John?
everything.
Ramoa.
Oh,
Yeah.
I've seen those.
It's $1,000.
Mhm.
That's stuff that he's got.
Like what? Like what else? Other than suitcases and shoes, what does he have that's high
I
end?
mean, it's everything. Like,
No, I want to know from Dave what he's.
Tell him about the painting that you guys got.
No,
The
I
sketch.
want to hear from you. You're saying his stuff is filled with high
his
end
paintings, even like antique
I want to hear
mirrors.
from Dave what he says is high end stuff
I think
at your house. I don't want to hear from you because it's all high end.
I won't say.
I want to hear from Dave.
It's a lot of shoes,
high-end, no
suitcases,
shoes
Dave was
and no suitcase.
overwhelmed. Dave was overwhelmed.
artwork, John.
Artwork,
art
like-
stuff. He got a lot of eclectic artwork.
like statues and sculptures and shit. Like,
Statues are not pieces of junk. They're
No.
stuff that people would spend money. Like he's got like Caesar and all these other,
Buddhas
like,
and
stuff
your-
that people would put in their house. You know?
What's his number one seller? Does he have anything like that?
she sells a lot of like golf clubs and golf shit and
People throw golf clubs out. Those things are expensive.
They probably rich people get new ones that
Yeah,
don't
like
know what to
this
do with the
was-
old ones and throw them out.
this was right in front of Dave's eyes, but I don't even think he saw it. But like art, you see like artwork like this. Look at it.
Ah, it's like a Sandow for regular people.
I mean, this is like a big artwork and shit. Some of this shit's made of brass alone. You melt the fucking
Do
thing.
you have any
down.
busts? I'm looking for a bust of like Leonardo.
Hold on, John. You want to see? All right, I wasn't going to show this, but I'm going to show it. Hold on.
Yeah. Well, I don't wanna show them.
Show it.
All right, here we go. Hold on.
Look, put this back over there.
Look at all the chairs.
You have all these chairs here.
Here's my
Like
girlfriend.
an auditorium.
I thought this was like a community
We had-
pool back here.
Wait.
We knocked it down by accident. But look. Now my yard goes
This is
Doesn't all that shit get ruined in the
Yeah,
rain?
it's
I
like-
know, right?
This is like
No.
Reiki in Greg's backyard.
But Dave, all these chairs will be gone. She'll sell every one of them. She sells,
Where did you get all these chairs from?
people throw them out.
Holy mackerel!
Look,
This is.
Tommy Bahama.
He looks like he's a public pool here. I'm
You
telling
got to give it to Greg though, man. He avoided the 9 to 5 with this. That's pretty
He
good.
filled it in.
That's
There
the
you
bottom.
go. That's a win.
These chairs are in good
She
shape.
shot a
They're not
rock. We were
crap.
cutting the grass. She shot a rock and went through. That's the shed.
The shed looks good, actually.
This is all my yard goes way back.
You got a big piece of property
Yeah,
here.
see, way back past those trees. That's my yard right there. And then
Wow.
back that way.
A lot of grass. to mow.
Do you ever get like citations from the fire department or
No,
you know,
no, 'cause
anything like
it's not junk. We're not just some like junk and rats running to. It's not nothing like that.
No, I'm not
Bunches-
insinuating that it is. I'm
No,
just
hold on.
saying
Here's
a lot of
the
stuff.
Adam Ginsburg.
Oh.
We're
Oh, yeah,
downstairs
yeah, yeah.
in the bottom level of Greg's house. He's got this, holy mackerel! Who's this?
What's that? Charlie Chaplin?
Do you sell that?
It's like a wax museum there.
Greg, do you sell? What's the turnover? Do you have to? Wait, I got
What's his
important
name? Alan
questions
Jesus
to
Listen,
ask
listen,
here.
listen.
Not Alan. Who's the haunted house guy?
Oh, wait, yeah, I know you're talking about. Not Alan.
The John
the other
Romano.
one. Adam Ginsburg.
No,
Adam
Ginsburg. Yeah, he would love
Hey, look, the wife,
Adam could have stocked this whole fucking house.
the pretty,
Yeah,
look at the
really.
pretty-
Where do you get all these
Adam
colonies?
Ginsburg's whacking off to this.
Look, you see the pretty girl right there. But I like this girl. This is my demon. Wait, ready? Watch this. This is my demon girl.
This is like the
and this,
Exorcist.
and
yeah.
this is her pet. Usually we hang it in her hand.
Oh, Halloween must be great there.
Oh, you have no idea. I
Oh,
get
okay,
so
so
much shit.
I got some questions.
Yeah.
So, do you have a turnover rate on this? Like, how long will all that stuff stay in your house?
Oh, it takes. She sells a lot. Today, she's already from 6 o'clock in the morning. She's already sold about 7 or 8 things. She just has people. Sometimes while we're doing a show, she has people coming.
So, what's the main source of buyers? Is it Facebook Marketplace or
Facebook
Craigslist?
Marketplace.
Yeah, that's what he uses. Yeah.
Greg, you're missing one thing, dude.
You
You gotta record this shit because this is like an awesome.
This
This
is
would be
a
like
yeah,
used
we're at a
dumpster
real
diving.
Motorcycle now in a fucking
Oh,
garage.
do you actually change the bulbs in this thing?
Yeah. We just brought it up here. Actually, a bulb just broke. She's got the other. We got a whole. We just moved that.
He's got a tanning bed room, John. The whole room is dedicated to the tanning bed.
Wow, look, Greg's got his own tanning bed. I can't
See,
believe
there
it.
you go. So one of you fucking
No
guys.
wonder why you're so
There
tan.
you go. I only
How
got
long
some-
do you live in? Do you lay in here?
Oh, dude, if I fall
Unbelievable.
asleep in it, you can fall asleep in this. It's warm. It's that noise.
Yeah, he likes that noise.
I had Lee Priest. We just moved that bed. It was downstairs in the garage. My girlfriend's, my daughter's got her
But
motorcycle.
The house has got a lot of stuff in it, John, but it's organized. It's like
It
it's
is.
not a mess. Although there are rooms that are restricted. Like you don't even know there's a room there. There's like a sheet on the wall, and if you look behind the sheet, it's like a secret room, and you're not really sure what's in those rooms. You know, there are a few rooms like that.
Well, you know what
I
it is. My girlfriend, we have everything stacked. Like Dave went into a room where we have seats, suitcases stacked to the ceiling. But you know, there's things in there that, you know, he saw like, oh, I saw a pair of shoes. You know, like, oh, let me get that shoe.
It's all high end stuff, John.
Yes, it is high.
But
Dude.
but what's the like the turnover? I mean, that suitcase. How long will you keep that suit? How long do you keep stuff? Does it sell quick?
Yes.
Because you have a lot of inventory there. So how does it turn over?
It turns over pretty quick. It depends. Sometimes things take longer, and other times they're quicker. Dave actually was, he was in a hurry and everything. So we didn't we sat down and we bullshit. We had a good time. But if I showed Dave even more, I don't think there was stuff right under Dave's nose that I don't think he saw. Like my girlfriend brought out swords. We find swords, jousting swords. Remember Jimmy the Bull when he was here?
Yes.
When Jimmy the Bull was at my house, he was taking a sword.
There was a walking stick that looked like someone hand carved it. It was really nice.
Oh, Lucia, give me some of them walking sticks. You want to see some
Some of them?
Yeah.
Like you got many?
carved.
I'm telling you.
Send me a walking stick, Greg.
It's art.
Like I was in a pawn shop. It was like that.
Like
You
here's
could
one.
do a TV show from that house. I'm
Look,
telling
this
you.
is a walking stick, right? This is hand carved.
Oh,
This
that's
is in
really
wood.
cool.
Now look at that. That's like a duck.
A
duck's
duck
face, whatever the
or
fuck.
mallard or
You should
something.
do a
Wait, you
weekly
see it. Give me
TV
that.
show or a monthly at
What is
least.
that?
We have someone who comes in who does appraisals on all these.
Here's a
weird-
sword.
and they can appraise all the shit in your house.
I
I'm
love
telling
it.
you, probably have millions of dollars worth.
That was actually my next question. How do you establish what this stuff is worth?
She just Lucia
She
Googles
does.
it.
Wait, let me tell the story.
right.
Really fast. Like the story I was telling Dave. Dave comes over. We have paintings and all kinds of shit, right? Drawings, paintings, you name it, right? And she finds artwork from some famous artists and stuff. Sometimes she sells it, but she knows. But one day she finds this picture. It's like about this big, and it's in a frame, and it's a drawing of a naked guy, right? But it's pencil. It's like a pencil sketch drawing. So she's like, you know what? I'm going to throw this on eBay. I feel like it's worth something. I'm going to charge like $200 for it. So I'm like, $200? I could fucking do that right now. And she's like, I'm going to charge $200. So she puts it up for $200. Literally half hour later, she comes to me. She goes, holy shit. Some guy just bought it from eBay. And he said, he lives in New York City. And he goes, don't you dare send me that picture. I'm coming up and I'm picking it up. So guy meets us up over here, comes over, pulls open the fucking back. He has his SUV, opens up in the back, right? He's got this giant, like, fucking suitcase thing. He opens it up, and there's all, like, foam eggshell in there. And he takes the picture, and he puts it in, and he shows us proof. The picture's from the 1800s. The thing was worth thousands and thousands of dollars from a famous artist. We sold it to for $200. Now, everybody always says to me, well, why didn't you just grab the painting back? And I said, I can't do that. The deal's the deal. I made the deal. The guy bought it, gave us the money already. I can't say, here, take the money back. Give me that. I can't do that. But the thing was worth thousands. He said this is a super famous artist. The guy was an art dealer.
Wow,
So we
you do.
find shit. You have
Find vintage clothes. I bet you find vintage clothes worth a lot of money.
clothes. We
Oh, the clothes is the craziest he gets. He gets stuff with tags still on it.
Crazy.
we find. Oh my God,
But when I tell you,
what is
and
that?
listen, I'm very critical. The house is immaculately organized.
Thank you.
There's a lot of stuff in the house, but
Thank you.
but
That's
it's not
Lucia.
like-
That's not you.
It
There's
must
no
it
dust.
must be a full time. I was going to say it must be a full time
There's
job
no
not to have any
everywhere.
dust.
It's not like dirty. It's clean. As
That's
house.
crazy,
There's a
'cause
lot of inventory there. It
When
looks
you got
like
a lot of stuff, it gets dusty.
It's like but it's also
she must
like
clean really well.
You
because
must
I
clean
didn't-
really.
Yeah,
You know,
there's no dust or anything.
Greg, you always talk shit, but you got ham in the can. She's making you money. You got she's a winner, dude. You should talk up to her.
Dude,
Yeah, but she comes with a mother-in-law is the problem.
Yeah.
Forget about it.
Keep her out the house, but
We gotta watch her. She'll steal. She'll steal shit. I want that thing, and she can't say no. My
Oh,
girl-
you should put this on YouTube. It'd be a great show.
We find
It
like
would. It would. It's,
It really would. It would get so many
Unbelievable.
views. It really
like
would.
I said, and there were rooms that I didn't even go into, so
I
I don't
told
even know what
Dave-
he's got.
Dave, that night we went out. Dave left around 1:30 in the morning or something.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
told
Well,
Dave-
I leave 1 a.m. He's like, "We're going out picking now."
And then I text him at like fucking 6 in the morning. We're still out. But I said to him, Dave, you should stay with us and go around with us. You would even be like, oh, fuck, I'm getting that.
Dave, you should have recorded it. You should have gone.
I would have been mortified.
It would have been awesome.
I would have been
Dude,
mortified if someone recognized me.
They don't lock the dumpsters. Some places they lock them. They lock the dumpsters. You don't.
That's,
You don't come in.
that's so you can't put
you-
stuff in, not
calls
take
it-
it out.
John,
They
you
throw it
remember
out.
when I went hunting with Brian Dobson and
Uh-huh.
Branch Warren
Right.
with the dogs when we were boar hunting?
Right.
Imagine going. It's like tagging along with Greg and his
Yeah.
girlfriend.
What
like,
would be really cool is if you got one of those appraisers like the antique show traveling around and you brought him to the house. And we could make a segment, every week. Like
That's what I said earlier.
And the
Yeah,
guy
yeah.
will pick out like that painting that he got for $200. The guy pick, this is a blah blah blah, and it's
Yeah.
worth $50,000.
The Picasso, yeah.
So
we have
what-
others.
Wait,
Throw
what neighborhoods do you go to? Is it like what's your favorite neighborhood?
It's Yorktown. That's
It's
all he
my
does is
neighborhood.
Yorktown.
Hey, we don't go
Only does Yorktown.
You don't have
He
to
doesn't
travel?
do the other ones.
because where I live, people got a lot of Scotto.
Right, but Greg, the name of the show could be like Valentino goes Valentino Yorktown, and then you could have another segment where you do Valentino goes to Scarsdale, and
Yeah.
Do you ever
You
find
can make a series of
jewelry
it. Oh, like a whole
watches or
10
anything like that?
Do I ever find why?
Can you imagine,
Or
John,
like
if we get the whole whack pack going picking with him?
My girlfriend finds shit like she found Bibles that were written in Italian, Bibles that were written in
Wow.
German.
Wow.
She finds stuff. She finds shit from the Quran. She just brought it out here. Like we have friends that are from Afghanistan. They're the girl wears a hijab and everything. They're our friends, and they're like, "Oh fuck, give me the Quran."
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's a crime to throw that book out. Supposedly.
You see it? Where's that like rug that they pray on and shit? We can. I mean,
Prayer-
I can
you got a
find the
prayer
same
mat?
shit. I
So-
find prayer mats. Yeah.
Do you ever find jewelry, watches,
Yes.
anything like that?
Yes.
Like
all
what?
kinds of stuff.
Like
all
give me an
kinds of
example.
You know what happens, John? Let me explain something to you. This is what I notice. Either the husband dies, right? Or it gets divorced from the wife, and they throw out, like, she'll throw out
they throw out all
everything
the
that was
shit.
his, bro.
That
Bro,
makes
we
sense.
found some guy, she threw out, like, he went, he was a doctor. She threw out his med school fucking shit, all his, like, his plaque that goes on the wall, like, from med school.
That was you got his diplomas?
Dude,
Oh my God, I love it.
Like Bruno Mali.
You should
should've
sell
sold
them back
the
to him. Yeah, same thing. You should have
should've
sold it
called the
back
guy
to
up and
him.
said,
"Woman
Yes,
scorned."
yes, let's call him up.
Look,
I love it. Oh my God,
this
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 is great.
prayer mat.
You gotta,
Greg,
you gotta
know what
hang
I
that
was
on the
really
wall.
wondering?
You should hang
Prayer
it.
mat. Here's a saying.
You
You
better
Wondering
be
this
careful
little
what you do
ball.
with that shit because they'll put a fucking curse on you and then that's it. They're gonna
No,
come.
but
get
Greg,
you.
this is what I really was wondering.
She
not a
gave
curse,
that
it's a
to my
hit.
friend who's
Let me ask you this.
Uh-huh.
I was wondering this.
yeah.
When during your picking, I've seen some of the great things you found. Have you ever like reached in and said, "Oh, this looks great," and reached in and there was like shit or
Yes.
like some really nasty fucking stuff that was like in the stuff that you picked up? Like,
Well,
because people throw gross shit out too.
what'd you say, Lou?
Just mold sometimes.
Yeah, just sometimes if something was outside and we didn't know it for a bit, you might get mold. We don't really get shit. You know, we don't see, because where I live,
You know, like someone maybe cleaning the house out, they had like a cat that peed all over something.
yeah,
or anything like that.
sometimes you get cat hair and stuff. But we live in a really good neighborhood, right? So the people don't.
They only
really-
throw classy. They only throw classy garbage out, John, in his neighborhood.
Wait,
If it's your neighborhood, maybe you just like send out a neighborhood post
wait,
and say, instead of
John,
throwing this shit
Drop
out,
it off. Yeah.
Just drop it off. Yeah,
Just drop it off.
The thing I love this.
Flyers on everybody's door.
I find stuff at AOC's mother's house because AOC grew up right up the road.
He goes to AOC's mother's house, John, and he picks her garbage.
Yeah, they throw shit out. Her mother.
you might find AOC out there.
She used to hang out in a bikini.
Can you imagine AOC catches him picking through the garbage pail and arrests him? You know,
That's why, you know, Jave, that's why there are times I'm like, yo, we should fucking.
Jeanine Pirro already arrested him once. Maybe Judge Judy. Is he down the block from you too?
I think Jeanine Pirro hates her. She'd probably be on my side.
Isn't Judge Judy down the block from you?
Yeah, Judge Judy lived over here. There's a lot of.
Isn't she like 90
Buster
now?
Only.
She
You
looks
know
great.
who was the town supervisor was Al Roker's wife. His ex, they're broken up now. Alice Roker was our town supervisor.
Wow.
There's a lot of famous people here, and they throw out shit. You know what happens to some of these people? Get like they have like shit that maybe somebody gave them, and they're rich people, and they just throw out we find. You know, we find like breathing machines, for instance, right? Like a CPAP machine, brand new. Now, I mean, I'm like, either the guy died or something, or, you know, why would you find a brand new CPAP? It's still in a box. We find that shit, we sell it, and you know, it's insane, you know?
You know what the interesting thing is, and I don't want to get you in trouble or anything like that, but, you know, when you sell all this stuff, I mean, how do you collect the money?
I do. Sometimes it goes Venmo. Sometimes, like, here's a breathing machine.
Do you like pay taxes on this money, Greg?
Yeah, I pay taxes.
Okay, all right. Just checking.
No,
I pay taxes. Why you got to bring that up, Dave?
What do you?
I want to make sure he doesn't get audited.
Wait a minute.
Yeah, but you shouldn't bring it up at all.
Whoa. Why do you got to pay? Hold it. Why do you got to pay taxes on used shit?
I do pay taxes.
Somebody else already paid taxes
God
on
forbid.
it.
You know what I mean?
It's already been taxed.
It's already been taxed a couple times.
I live in a big house that's on an acre of property and no mortgage.
God.
You know what I mean? I paid the mortgage off. I pay the taxes. You know, every quarter I got to pay. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of money here too. I could go live down by Dave, which one day maybe it'll happen. But I could go what Dave pays. He fucking pay. I pay in a quarter what he pays in a year.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. This is
No,
bad.
what I'm thinking is,
New York is bad.
maybe you should move down here, like around the Naples area, because then they have good garbage over there, and you guys could pick from Naples. You guys would be fucking loaded, and the cost of living is way lower here. You know,
Naples is crazy. I've been there. It is absolutely nuts.
beautiful.
Like $20 million homes everywhere. I was in $100 million home. It was crazy.
But
They're
people
beautiful.
also give us shit. Like, for instance, Dave, when Dave was here, I was like, Dave, you see that TV? You know where it came from?
I told him,
Mr. G.
I told him, Mr. G. I said that's the most modern thing in your house is that TV.
Now, the only person I've ever known that's done this not the same as Greg, but I knew somebody in LA when I lived out there that did it with furniture. She would go up and down the alleys and get the furniture that they threw out. And take it on, reupholster it, redo it, and she made a lot of. Her and her husband made a lot of money.
We have made money off furniture. It's unbelievable. And where I live, everybody's Raymond Flanagan. What's that other one, Lucia? The Ethan Allen, all that shit. And we have unique furniture, but it's the problem with us with furniture is there's no place to keep that. There's so much furniture.
You have your backyard. Are you kidding me?
Are you kidding me? Then I'd be in trouble. I don't. Yeah, but I can't keep it in the outdoors. You know what I'm saying?
Why don't you buy one of those big steel buildings and put it?
He has a big a shed.
Yeah,
big shipping containers.
I live in a town.
Yeah, the shipping containers would be good. Yeah.
But here's the thing. I live in a town. Listen to how fucked up this town is. They're so fucking petty. If you put a tent, like a fucking carport, like a tent like that.
Yeah.
I had one. They want you to pay extra in taxes for that. I'm like, it's a fucking movable tent. How could you dare?
No, bury it. Put it in the ground. Shipping container.
You have 6,000 statues on your front lawn. They don't care about that.
No, it's fun. Isn't that funny? I wish Dave came during the day because Dave, I never showed you the left side, that side of the house. I never showed you that.
Do you ever have Karens coming around saying you got to clean this shit up?
No, I get everybody asking, "Are you selling that statue there? Are you selling that?" Listen to me. The table that Dave sat at right here, the Jimmy the Bull, when he first saw this table, when Jimmy the Bull comes to my house, he's like, "Bro, I love that table. Looks like one of them tables you eat breakfast on." You know what I mean? The table here is it's like a hand carved. The chairs are hand carved.
Watch this. Hold on. This is what I got to Greg's house.
I am at Greg Valentino's house in Yorktown.
Yeah, great.
There he is. The creature from the Black Lagoon.
Wow.
That's Greg.
Let's go.
How you doing? Look, he really does have all these statues. This is
Wow, that's a lot of statues.
You can't even see because it's dark.
So how long do you sell those? Or do you? What I'm trying to say is, do you like keep some of this stuff because you like it,
Yes.
or are those statues on the lawn all turnover?
No, the statues I will not sell. I get everybody and a brother asking me, "Oh, I want that statue," because I have Buddhas, right, Dave?
Yeah.
I have a little Zen garden in the front.
Why won't you sell the statues?
Wait.
Greg?
Do you have a little black face lawn jockey?
What's that?
A little black face lawn jockey?
No, I don't have a lawn jockey, but
You have a Travelocity
lawn
now?
jockey. That's the most racist thing you could probably put.
I know they are out here. They're out here.
Greg's friend.
Lawn jockey out there. But I have so many. I have a little Zen garden. Even Dave was there. He's like, "Oh shit, I like this because it's there. It is, the Zen garden."
Now so you'll just keep that forever, like that.
Yes, and then that one over there looks like a fucking.
Why won't you sell any of that? I mean, it's a lot of stuff. Why won't you sell any of that?
Because I like it.
You do.
Yes.
He's allowed to keep something, right?
You cut the grass in between there? How do you keep
Well, I got a
Probably has to
Mexican
weed whack
girlfriend.
Or do you move it all over and mow and then move it all back?
No, you can't move that shit. Some of it's heavy.
He has to weed whack around that, John.
Yeah, weed whack it.
So Lucia does that?
Damn right, she's Mexican. It's in my blood. I even got a giant sombrero. She can go.
John, he's got. If Lucia ever left him, he'd be done.
Done.
He'd be done. I'm telling you, he'd be living in a retirement home with Mr. G.
She knows everything. Lucia is my most valuable player.
So what about tools? You ever find any tool? I'm looking for a welder. Yeah.
What?
I'm looking for a TIG welder.
Dave, tell him when Dave woke up, the first thing he saw was a giant generator.
Yeah, he's got a generator. That's like,
no, I want
a generator. Big fucking.
You got to talk to Lucia. He doesn't know what a TIG thing
Yeah, we find tools.
A,
we just found circular saw. I find that's not. I mean, chainsaws. You know what happens? The people over here, fucking most of them don't cut their own grass. If they have a tree to come down,
he's got 40 lawnmowers, John. He's got probably for sale.
Well, what happens is they buy the chainsaw, they use it once to cut the limb, and then they throw it out.
Right, and then they're like, throw it out. And
the wife makes him throw it out. It's taking up too much room in the garage.
It smells like gasoline. Get that out of here.
Yeah.
What? She finds, she's saying we find vintage tools, old tools.
I'm always in the market for vintage tools. So if you've ever find any old tools, let me know.
If you send me what you're looking for, because sometimes we don't take things. You know, I don't take everything. I do the shit in a car.
You know what, Greg? That's what I wanted to say. I don't know how he transports all the stuff that they find.
Wait.
He has the smallest car. It's not like he's got a
how come you don't buy like a pickup truck or something?
Wait, I know.
It's a Sanford & Son truck.
Dave.
Or Toyota. They never
Dave's forgetting. Dave, tell him about the weightlifting equipment I find. I get all kinds of ellipticals, treadmills.
Oh, yeah. He's got some really good, some good cardio pieces.
Like really good, like, the and we put that shit. Listen to me. The cops.
I can't believe how good conditioned the stuff is.
It's brand new.
Does this stuff work?
Because
it works.
Dave, people get those ellipticals, right? We passed up like 20 of them just after I saw you. People get them. They don't use them. You know, the wife is fat. Yeah, honey, needs to lose weight. She fucking does it once or twice. Then it becomes a clothes rack. Then when she's sick and tired of the husband, throws him out of the house, she gets rid of her elliptical. Right. Then Schmucko gets it. Now listen to me. One time I'm driving, I had this fucking giant elliptical We strapped it to
It's
the
not a elliptical, it's an elliptical.
elliptical. That too.
Oh, I thought it was a different kind of machine, an elliptical.
And I'm sorry, guys. So wait, listen. I got it, and it's strapped in the car. Right? It's hanging out the back trunk of the car, and it's all strapped in. It's 1 inch this far off the pavement. Cops come, right? Because it's like a heavy load. They see it's me. You know what they did? Drove away. You know why? You know why? Because when they start talking to me, I start talking their ear off, and they're like, I gotta go back to work. I swear to God.
And John, don't forget, it's 4 a.m. at this point. They don't want to talk to anyone at 4 a.m.
They all know me, and they're like, "Oh God, if he don't shut the fuck up, I gotta get out of here."
Have the cops ever rousted you because you're, making noise or doing shit?
No.
Now, was this all in the alley behind the house, or is it in front of the houses?
No, it's in front of the house.
No, he goes right. He's right. It's at the curb, John. He's like,
John, it's a rural neighborhood. It's a very rural neighborhood.
Wow.
Like the Brady Bunch.
George,
So there's no alley behind the house where the trash goes.
No, there's no alley. You can't go out. It's not a city.
It looks like Georgie's DJing. It looks like Georgie's DJing at an outdoor event.
Yeah, outdoor. Yeah, I'm surfing. It's got the hurricane swells.
Are you DJing?
Well, we came out. We came out from filming and took a break in the park. I'm in Boca. Imagine that.
How are the swells?
They're like 3 to 6 foot.
So we can get it. So 6 feet, we can actually get a video of you actually surfing.
Yeah.
It's actually, to be honest with you, small waves like nobody surfs shin high, knee high waves. It's so hard. Even a little kid can't.
Well, you got big ones now. Are you gonna surf?
You got a 6 foot swell. You could ride that.
I wish it was better. I'd rather have it bigger.
Well, yeah, but can we at least see you ride that one?
Take some footage.
Yeah, we're filming. Yeah.
Because honestly, Georgie, you got to redeem yourself from that last video you showed.
Yeah.
Oh well, John, I'm just
saying what people are saying. I'm just saying you got to
listen.
get on a big wave, ride it, because it really. I heard 4 different people texted me and said, "Is Georgie serious riding that fucking little ripple in the thing?" I mean,
yeah,
it just didn't look good. Is all I'm saying.
Well,
not me. I'm not criticizing you. I'm just saying what I'm hearing.
Now let me explain to you about surfing. That's all part. You surf, you get better when you surf little tiny waves out because it's so much harder to catch them and pop up. So your pop up skills get far better, and that's why you want to go in all conditions. We just put everything up.
On a big one.
Yeah, that's easy. Actually, that's easy.
So film it if it's so easy. We want to see it. Let's see.
You filmed it.
Show it.
What?
Show it.
Yeah, we will. Go to our YouTube channel. Captain
George.
MMA Kitchen.
When will the new footage be up?
When will the new footage be up? Or put footage, we have footage from yesterday.
Okay, it's up already.
Yeah, it's on. Some from a viewpoint from the jetty, standing all the way out on the jetty from the
George.
wave.
George, my daughter. I'm sorry. I was going to
want to know if we can actually see him ride a wave. That's what I want.
Yeah, John.
Not a little one, a wave. Like when someone says, "I'm surfing a wave,"
go to his YouTube.
Like something like as tall as you, like riding a wave. So can we see that?
I'm looking. I'm trying to find his YouTube channel.
Go to his YouTube. It's on there. I've seen it.
That last one you played, I'm telling you, didn't do you any good. I'm just saying.
I'm not trying. I'm not looking for any.
I'm just
John.
I'm just saying what people are saying.
John, I understand. And I hear your criticism, but I'm not looking.
No, I'm not criticizing you, bro. I'm just saying, like a real wave, like a wave.
We'll put John.
Hold on. This is from
it's all about the adventure.
All right.
Those are my whole plans.
He looks like he's digging clams.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Looks like you're going to one of those 50s beach parties.
Yeah.
I got to tell you, you're in pretty damn good shape.
Hey, I got to tell you, we found some of those too. She finds surfboards. We didn't. Yeah, we don't take them.
Yeah, it's called an M13. It's a big board.
Surfboards.
It's a big board for a big guy that wants to surf, do maneuvers. So it's got to float me.
We should have took it. I could have gave it to you.
Yeah, see, no flexing, no posing, no sucking.
No wet.
Did you get those shorts from Greg?
Yes, they're official Greg Valentino shorts.
Greg found him in a dead man's.
I traded him for the TV he gave me. I traded for the TV set.
I thought it was
biggest
free.
guy. It's funny. I'm like a big like Hulk on the board. Everybody, look at how tiny everybody else is.
Plus, you're probably screaming like a lunatic there. They're
Right.
probably thinking.
Yeah,
you're
hey,
nuts.
and by the way, nobody likes to film in the water because there's so many sharks there. That's my other friend. He's
Yeah, you should be
75.
careful. I heard those sharks can smell that testosterone in you. You're probably the only one on the beach that's taking tests.
Is the water
No, I'm not taking any. I haven't taken any in a while,
Oh.
like a year.
Well, you
The
almost
water's not cold, George.
No, the water's 76.
Oh, nice.
Really?
You guys, Dave, if you guys came down here, I would have your kids surfing today.
I know.
That doesn't say 86-47, does it?
It's Comey. He ran into Comey on the
How far?
fucking beach.
Comey surfing on the surfboard.
That fucking asshole.
Are you actually gonna? Here we go. Nope. Oh yeah. He's riding
He's
it.
up.
There we
That was
go.
pretty good.
All right, there you go. That was good.
The waves are twice the size today.
But those are pretty good waves.
That
you
was,
know?
that,
Yeah,
not
that's from
bad.
behind. See how thick the wave is from behind? That's a ground swell. So this is Boca Inlet, and then you got Deerfield Beach. It's a great beach to take your kids, Dave, to surf.
Yeah.
See,
well,
he's-
I don't know how to
That's-
surf, but if I met you there and you taught them a little bit, that would be great. They'd love it.
I will, Dave. I will.
That's
Look
your
on my
Boca?
website. We give surfing lessons. So.
Sharks love a little
I think
inlet.
Georgie ought to figure out.
I got
a
him
way
this
to-
weekend. Maybe I'll bring him down there.
I think Georgie ought to figure out a way to do an MMA fight on a surfboard.
You got surfboards for the
Two
kids?
guys on a surfboard swinging at each other.
George.
That would be hysterical.
But it's funny you say that. How many
Be a long
fights are-
board.
How many guys have fights over waves? That's why
I'm sure they do.
Oh yeah.
George.
on two different surfboards or on one?
There he goes.
surfboard?
There he goes. There he goes. He's
There you
almost,
go.
He was almost. All right.
George.
There you go. So that's
My-
a little
my
better. But where you see today is twice the size.
All right. We trust.
George,
him.
That's why I do
Georgie,
all those
my daughter's
workouts, those
like
water workouts.
training
I
for a
know.
fight.
I know. Armando asked.
I
Ormond
will
is.
say this: Georgie's in an amazing shape for a 67-year-old.
Yeah, he is.
Yes.
I'm eating. I only eat
68.
2 meals.
We got to get to the topic. We've delayed enough. We've got you guys in a good
Okay.
mood. We talked about Greg's house.
Wait, Dave, I gotta
Also,
ask John Romano
surfing.
something.
We
We
got to
were
go to Ameen.
me and Dave were trying to figure out if John's birthday. John, did you turn 65 in September or?
No.
You,
The end of October, 29th.
okay, all right. We
I told
thought
you it was October.
because Jimmy's November, but I
Yeah.
thought you were. I thought you were September.
No,
No, it was only a couple months where we're all the same age.
Yeah, I'm 65 now, but I
Right.
knew that you were right behind me. I thought
Right
you were
behind you. Yeah, I'll be
But
at the
Dave
end
was-
of the
we were
month.
trying to figure it out at the house. Okay,
Yeah.
I'm
All right.
sorry. So let's get to the story.
All right, we got to go to Ameen because Ameen was sentenced last week, and a lot of people we didn't talk about it because he didn't want to talk about it, but he wants to talk about it today. So Ameen, tell us, give us the whole process of what went on.
Well, first and foremost, I want everyone to know that I took a plea, and the plea was to remove anything to have to do with a death resulting in this distribution. Okay. Secondly, because it's all this is going to be is all public. Secondly, I was the aider and abetter. I was not the distributor. Okay, it was not my Ibogaine session. There was someone else that was there. I'm not a rat. That person never came up. That person is doing whatever they do. That's fine. You know what I mean? So that's where that lent. So I believe the sentencing in this plea that I took was 0 to 10, and because of the mitigating circumstances, I thought that I was going to get probation. I was wrong. I ended up getting 48 months. That's 4 years. I'm out right now on bond still. They have not given me a surrender date.
So they didn't take you directly into custody. They gave you the ability to get your affairs in order. So
Okay, so this is why I need to be very careful what I say. Against the recommendation of the government, the prosecution, the judge asked them if she did not remand me today, will they object to it? They objected at 9 a.m. the next morning. Their motion was up there. So right now, the government wants me locked up and put away. And
Which, I mean, is stupid because you're not a risk at this point. I mean, why not get your affairs in order? You're still going to serve the same time. It's just ridiculous, you know.
It's because they hate me.
Why do they
And
have
I
such
was-
a hard
I
on
was-
for you?
hold- I was-
Why is that? I mean, why do they have such a hard on for you?
I honestly think it has to do with my political affiliations.
Yeah, but I don't understand. People commit murder, especially over here. They're out 20 fucking times until they finally, they let them out.
You know what it is? Look.
Okay, I have to say this. Hold on.
I'll say it. Ibogaine is legal in Colorado now. I don't think the government is happy about that. You know, in Texas now, they're really pushing really hard.
Yeah, but they're giving nobody crime. They're not
Hold on, Greg. Let Dave say this because it's better he says it than I do.
The government doesn't. The feds don't like that they're making this legal around all over the place. Okay. And if they can use someone like him as to say, look how dangerous this stuff is, possibly they can reverse it. I think he's basically the sacrificial lamb.
What is Big Pharma's facsimile to Ibogaine?
That's the whole thing.
What product do they have that's
there is none?
No, all antidepressants, all SSRIs, Suboxone, methadone, buprenorphine, anything that they can use to wean you off of opiate addiction or depression. That's what Ibogaine is. That's why Big Pharma does not want Ibogaine. So here's what happened, John. Let's do a little history, okay? Colorado was the first state that made recreational marijuana. What happened? Afterward, it spread like wildfire throughout the country. Marijuana is a Schedule I drug. In the feds, they consider it to be one of the most dangerous drugs on earth, marijuana, okay? No medicinal value and that's what the scheduling is, John.
Yeah,
no medicinal value.
Experimental, right? Like
no, let's hold on. No medicinal value and highly addictive. That's what Schedule I drugs are.
Right.
Okay. Now, fentanyl is a Schedule II drug because it has a medicinal purpose. However, we all know that that's not the same fentanyl, the fentanyl patch, for example, that you get if you're in pain. That's not the fentanyl that's being sold on the streets.
Right.
That fentanyl is from China that's being smuggled up through Mexico, and the people that are taking it are using their pills that say M30 on them, and they're smoking them in foil. They're smoking them, and sometimes they're snorting them or swallowing them. But anytime that anyone does that, they don't know whether they're going to live or die. Okay, this whole sentencing wasn't about me. It wasn't. It was about the future of Ibogaine research in the United States. The judge declared Ibogaine is the most dangerous Schedule I drug on earth. And she said that it is far more dangerous and deadly than fentanyl.
Wait,
now,
you said Schedule I. I thought it was Schedule II.
Fentanyl is Schedule II. Ibogaine is Schedule I.
Right.
Along with marijuana, along with psilocybin, along with peyote, mescaline, all the hallucinogens are Schedule I. Okay? The government doesn't want you to use hallucinogens because when the LSD came out in the 70s, they changed the way they were looking at, whether war, they didn't want war, and it changed a lot of things. So the government classified LSD, psilocybin, Ibogaine, which was a pharmaceutical drug in France, and then France had to stop making it. Okay, it was a pharmaceutical drug used for energy in France, an actual pharmaceutical drug. And so when America made it Schedule I, the rest of the world, when a lot of countries made Schedule I too. What didn't happen was Mexico didn't regulate it, Canada didn't regulate it, Netherlands didn't regulate it. A lot of places didn't even regulate it. It wasn't even a schedule at all. It was non-regulated, which is why I went down to Mexico, and that's how I was able to use it myself. Okay. Now, when the government saw what happened with psilocybin after recreational marijuana, Denver passed psilocybin, and then the state passed psilocybin along with a bunch of other things, including Ibogaine. This also spread like wildfire. It's on the ballot everywhere to be passed in every single place. DC passed it. You could get magic mushroom chocolate bars in the nation's capital. So it's something that the government's like, okay, now we lost one Schedule I drug, marijuana. The whole country is going to be legal soon. And marijuana arrests were the highest amount of arrests the federal government used to make in the 80s, 70s, 80s, even in the 90s, it was marijuana arrests. It was their bread and butter to incarcerate people. So what happened when every state went medical or recreational? The feds lost incarceration money, huge amounts of incarceration money. Same thing that now I see, legalization of psilocybin, that also made the sales for antidepressants, the antidepressant sales started to decrease. People weren't buying them. People were actually trying ketamine or trying psilocybin for antidepressant. Now Ibogaine. What does Ibogaine threaten? Ibogaine threatens all of Big Pharma. Ibogaine threatens the entire Big Pharma point, which is take something every day. When you take Ibogaine, if you do it successfully, okay, and I want to explain that. If you do Ibogaine successfully and your brain gets rewired, you no longer have compulsion or addiction, and it also, during the time that you're under the influence, it seems to block opiate withdrawals. So people can take Ibogaine for 3 days, not have opiate withdrawals, and then also come out of it not wanting to do drugs, not being depressed. I don't know who's ever kicked opiates, but you're very depressed for a while afterward. You go from a 20-year addiction to opiates to all of a sudden being clean, not having to even craving or desire to use opiates or antidepressants or anything, and you're happy. Big Pharma doesn't want that. They want to control your happiness with a pill that may make you kill yourself. It says it right there. May commit suicide. That's one of the side effects. Yeah. Okay. So we know that, but that's legal. Okay. Now let's talk about Ibogaine. Let's talk about what's deadly. I'm not going to dispute the judge because I'm out here on the judge's grace. According to what I was told, I'm not the judge. Like literally, she went out of her way to do this for me. So I think I have to be very thankful. I cannot be an asshole. I have to be very thankful to this judge. However, I just want to bring some facts to the table, okay? Each year, 500 people die from acetaminophen poisoning. That's Tylenol. That's over the counter, okay? Let's talk about fentanyl. Tens of thousands of people in the United States die every year from fentanyl overdose. There have only been 33 deaths ever from Ibogaine, 33. And I want to talk about that. One of those was a drowning who had taken Ibogaine 2 days prior to drowning. 4 of them were pulmonary embolisms. 17 of them weren't correctly documented. They just found Ibogaine in their blood. Every one of those cases also had noribogaine, unlike this case. This case, noribogaine. So when you take something orally, your liver has to break it down before it can go into your blood.
Right.
When that happens, your liver converts the whatever it is into, they call it the nor, right? So with diazepine, Valium, you have nordiazepine, okay? With Ibogaine, you have noribogaine. It goes through a zero-desmethylation process in the liver, and it becomes noribogaine, okay? This is present in every single person who had supposedly died. This was not present in this case. There was no, so that means whatever substance they found, it didn't go through liver. It was challenged by their own experts. And their own experts said that they didn't trust the lab's quantification, okay? The lab is being sued. So, I mean, there's no question about that, because what they did on the stand was they admitted that they did not follow procedure, they made mistakes, and they used expired reference ranges. They matched what was in his blood with a bottle of Ibogaine from 1993 that did not pass any of the tests, okay? So when I say this and I say that our experts, we were confident that we were going to be able to disband any amount, which would then prove that this was not a death by Ibogaine. There was also something else that occurred. There was fluid in the lungs. That only happens from a specific type of seizure that's alcohol related, okay? The judge totally disregarded that. The judge disregarded all of our experts, and the judge literally repeated word for word what their expert, who I think was Big Pharma's puppet, said exactly what needed to be said back to me at sentencing, which is what I told you. And if only 33 people, and those numbers aren't real, have died from Ibogaine, and tens of thousands of people have taken it so far, we really don't know. It could be in the hundreds of thousands of people, okay? I had Dr. Deborah Mash, the world-leading expert in noribogaine. She patented noribogaine as a pharmaceutical drug, okay? I was able to retain her because her patent expired, so she didn't have a pharma interest in me winning. She was just telling the truth. She had done clinical trials. Hundreds of people, all clinical trials, all the blood work done, and the numbers that they found were consistent with every single person that was there. None of them died. So how they said this led to this death, it's just beyond me. It really is. I cannot dispute this because I think they'll just lock me up right now. So all I'm going to say is that, you know, Hulu is doing a documentary on me. That's going to be out sometime late this year or next year. It has to do with this case. It also has to do with bodybuilding gurus and stuff like that. A few other people that you know are going to be in it. And it's not over. I don't want to get into details about that, but it's not over. I'm still waiting on a surrender date. And then once I get that date, I'll let you guys know. From what the judge told me, she said I have 15 days to surrender from that date. So right now I'm working on other things.
Yeah. Let me ask you a question. All right. So you were given 48 months, which is 4 years. What do you do? 85%, John, in feds?
Yeah. But I got drug programs, so I got a year off that. So I'm going to do 85% at 3 years.
And no probation.
Assuming you can get
3 years supervised probation afterward.
They added that?
Yeah.
I thought the new sentence guidelines did 85% and then no paper.
No, it was mandatory in my case that they had 3 years supervised probation. That's
she
all I thought I was
say-
going to get.
Did she say why she sentenced you to any time? Because you could have gotten
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, she said she was going to make an example out of me, which I don't understand because, again, it wasn't my session. It wasn't my eye game. I didn't capsule it. And by the way, the videos that the government used against me make it very clear that I'm not the person distributing it. Their own videos, the videos that are right now still on YouTube that you guys have seen before. I'm not the one doing it. And they use that against me somehow. Listen, all I want to say is when the government wants you, they're going to get you. And I was naive to think that, in the beginning, and I'm so sorry, Dave, you schooled my ass and you were right. You know, this public defender, he was such a piece of shit. And I don't care. I'm definitely writing a complaint against the Bar Association because of him. He tried to convince me to take a 15-year deal on something that I was the aider and abetter on. Okay.
Oh my God.
So I had to get rid of him. And he told me, he said, your new attorney is going to just take your money and then beg me for this same deal. That's the kind of piece of shit he was. Okay.
Wow.
A lot of people don't know that I was blessed. I was blessed by a friend of my mother's who's 94 years old, who paid for my legal defenses because she believed me, and she's not done. She's not done helping me. And, you know, for all of you out there who aren't stupid, you know who my friends are. You know this is probably the reason why they arrested me in the first place. This is probably the reason why they wanted me to get life in prison. And then every time this thing got pushed back, their case was falling apart more and more. And after I took the plea, we found out that the expert that they hired said that the lab test it's not valid. And yet somehow still I have a 48-month sentence.
Well, you know what it is. You don't want to go to trial because you just don't know how that could turn out. It's too risky, I guess. That. And so you took the plea, which sucks. Obviously, you're going to do what's 85% of 36 months, John?
20 months.
It's like 30.
22, 23.
30. Okay.
30 months?
36.
No, it's like 30. It's like 30, guys.
Is it?
So just prepare for the worst, which is the worst scenario is the 30 months, right? And just get yourself together, your head together, everything together, and then make yourself the best version you can. While
don't say anything that you don't want to say.
There was some nasty things that were said about me in that courtroom, and I just, it's really sad. It's really sad that people didn't come from a place of love and understanding that people came to me and asked me for help. I didn't promote this. I wasn't out there selling anything. And I said, look, I don't sell Ibogaine. I don't sell Ibogaine. And they wanted to know, how they could get it. And I said, you can order it. That's all I got.
Meanwhile, I've seen on the news where they're experimenting with this stuff. I think they were talking about it. I know nothing about Ibogaine, but I'm just saying I saw in the news, but they were talking about this new drug. It's Ibogaine help. You can help addicts and all this stuff. So I was like, holy shit. So
Greg, Senator Perry, and Dave, can you pull that up? That Senator Perry took ibogaine himself. He went down to Mexico. He did an ibogaine treatment. Said it was the most amazing thing in his life. Got rid of his PTSD. He's totally behind it. Governor Abbott of Texas, they got $50 million for research on ibogaine. The feds don't want that. The feds don't want any research for ibogaine. They just labeled it the most deadliest drug on the planet. So they're going to try, and that 50 million is not going to go anywhere because at the end of the day, the feds have whether they're going to allow it or not. They lost their grip on marijuana. That's going to become Schedule 3 or non-controlled soon. Psilocybin, that's another. They lost that, and they're just not ready to give up ibogaine. It's up to the people. If the people want ibogaine like the people want marijuana, then ibogaine will be real, and that's what it's going to take.
And
it's
they're
going to take a fight with the federal government.
They're going to find it whether the government can make it super duper duper illegal. People find ways around that shit. You have no.
Let me tell you something, Greg. Ibogaine is one of the only things that can get you off of fentanyl. So they make money with people going to jail and selling fentanyl and all that. They don't want ibogaine available in Colorado, ibogaine clinics where everyone in the country can come here and get clean and not have to take Suboxone every day, not have to take antidepressants
That's
every day.
weird because
it's a huge part of their market.
That's a super liberal state too.
85% of 48 is 40.8.
No, it's 30. It's 30.
It's
It's 30.6, John.
So
Yeah,
what does that
because it's
mean?
3 years.
Because if you're
.85.
gonna save a year. You're gonna save a year from the drug program, and then you're gonna get 85%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get the year off of that. Okay, yeah. All right.
It's
good.
better than 15 years. I mean,
Hell yeah.
look at that.
It's better than life. I listen, a lot of people, I don't want you to think I'm upset. I was facing life in prison. That was what it was. It was life. I beat a life sentence. I'm not upset about it. I'm thankful to the judge, but I'm not over fighting for my freedom. Don't think that this is it. First off, like I said, they're also for the judge. Thank you, Your Honorable Sweeney, for allowing me to travel. The judge is letting me go to Virginia to see my family.
Right.
So she obviously doesn't agree with the government as far as the government wanting to be in right now.
What would be the purpose of the government putting you immediately into prison?
They don't like me. This whole case.
You're not a threat to anyone. You're not a violent criminal.
That doesn't matter, Dave. They don't like you. They don't like you. They fucking lock
You don't get it,
up.
man. They don't like me. They don't like me.
You know that.
They don't like me. And they don't like me because of what I talk about. They don't like me because I talk about ibogaine. She made a very specific point.
Maybe they don't like those sunglasses you're wearing. You know,
I didn't wear those, but I didn't wear those. I didn't wear those in there.
I'm kidding.
These are for sure. But no, you're right though. That is true. But that's why I didn't wear them. But listen though, when it boils down to it, the judge is allowing me to leave the state. Okay, the judge is allowing me to leave the state. That's incredible.
That's huge.
Okay, it's huge. Okay,
Too bad, Greg. Too bad he didn't take $500,000 from Ameen's safe. Then he could have bargained his way out of it, right?
Damn right.
Like you did.
Well, wait, what did I do? I took $500,000.
No, you remember they took your money.
You're talking about you're talking about what happened with my father.
I don't have a safe.
Greg got lucky. Greg got out of jail because they they illegally seized some money from his father. Yeah.
Right.
So Greg, and you're saying how Colorado's liberal. That's exactly the point. The state decriminalized ibogaine. The state decriminalized possession of ibogaine. It's not against the law to give it to someone for free or to possess it.
Yeah, but wait,
but the federal government saw the liberal state of Colorado, and the federal government's putting the clamp.
Yeah, but
down.
in your state, well, in all states, I live in New York too.
Yeah.
But they're savages and they're committing murders.
Yeah.
R.A.P. I can't say the word. All these other things, and they get nothing. They're in jail for a day and they're out. You know what I'm saying? And they don't come back and they get arrested again. And they get to do.
That piece of shit that killed that Ukrainian girl on the train that
was horrible, man.
14 times he was out. That was the most hideous thing I ever saw. The judges that fucking let that piece of shit out, all of them should be arrested.
But none of these were federal judges, just so you know. Federal judges, these are all state judges that do that, and state judges are a lot more corrupt in a lot of cases.
I mean, you should play. I'm not trying to be stupid, but you should play up the why is it because I'm say you're Muslim, you know what I mean? I know you're not, but just because your heritage.
Well, let's talk about that real quick, Greg. I'm classified wrong. Okay, Bureau of Prisons has me classified as a white male with the name Ameen Alai. That's not going to float too well when I go to prison.
You should go
I'm asking for reclassification before I even go, because if they don't fix that, there's going to be a serious problem.
The other problem that I think that we need to bring up is
Should.
where they want you to serve. This is the most heinous.
Okay, so let's talk about that too.
Oh,
I
shit,
should
no.
go to a level 1 or level 2. However, with the judge's remarks, BOP could aggravate it and put me in level 3. And guys, level 3 is where murderers are. It's a real hard time. It's not a joke.
Behind the
That's
wall.
So I'm in the process right now of trying to get correctly classified, because the crime itself is only distribution of a Schedule 1 drug called Ibogaine. That is what I pled guilty to, and that is it. And the sentencing guidelines were only 10 to 14 months. So this is way above the sentencing guidelines. That in itself is enough of a punishment. I don't need them to put me in a harder place. That's not fair.
That's ridiculous.
If you're going to go to a level 3, you should see if you can get in with Titus over there in Vegas. You can train Craig again. You guys can.
No, you don't want to be anywhere near him.
You can report. You can send in reports to us.
You had to do that, didn't you? You had to do
Put him on
that.
Ibogaine. But listen,
Craig's going to be there for a very long time. I mean, it wouldn't kill you to have him for
no, that's another.
I'm hoping that they don't ship me out of the state. I'm hoping that they let me stay close to here, near my son. And
Stay away
again,
from all that shit.
I'm not done fighting. So,
Yeah.
See what you could do, man. Maybe there's a way you could still get this sentence. Like,
there is only one way.
What's that?
And there's only one way, and there's only one person who can do it. And we don't have to be naive.
Oh, you're saying Donald Trump pardoning you?
I'm sorry. I said that independently. I didn't even see what this guy wrote. He thinks I'm stealing his jokes. No, I independently said that.
What, the Titus joke?
Yeah, the Titus joke.
Except that Titus is doing a state.
Titus is doing state time.
Yeah. You'd have to get your venue changed to Nevada, and that's
right.
And honestly, guys, again, it's just distribution of a class 1 drug. It's no different than distribution of marijuana. I mean, honestly, it shouldn't be classified.
You should be in a 1.
I think if
I should be in level 1.
Minimal
criminal history. Criminal history.
Well, there's no violence. There's no violence.
No violence in my criminal history ever. It's just the distribution of the steroids. We know. That's like the main thing.
Get a middle lawyer and get reclassified.
Greg, is that why you think you got 4 years because you
No.
prior?
No. It was because what the judge felt. She felt like she wanted to make an example out of me. She said that nobody should be doing Ibogaine in their home. She said it's more dangerous than fentanyl because when people go to do it, they think they're going to get better, but then they die. Okay, maybe 33 people have died, but not everyone dies. Everyone who takes fentanyl, they could die right after that hit. It could be just that one pill that has too much fentanyl in it, and that's the overdose pill. You just don't know. They're not made right.
People in the family that were affected by that.
100%. And
I don't know.
Rest in peace. Rest in peace to Andy Heyman. I rest in peace to Andy Heyman. God rest his soul.
Yeah, he's a great guy.
I prayed with him, and I was told not to say anything, but that day, but it's really been hard for me to go through this because of what happened, and I don't want to take anything away from the family to act like but I've been grieving over his loss too. And
is there trouble with that, by the way? Do you have trouble with the family at all?
Yeah,
I mean, the family essentially thinks I'm responsible for
Andy's death. So did they give an impact statement?
Oh yeah.
And they blamed you.
They said they wished I had the death penalty. They said life in prison wouldn't be enough. How's that?
Wow.
Yeah. I thought they were Christians. I thought they were forgiving people.
Andy was such a good guy.
And I wasn't the one who made the pills. They know this. I called 911 and tried to save his life. I'm the aider and abettor for that. For that, I get a 48-month sentence for that.
You know what? Let me just say something. The sad part about this whole thing is that you and Andy and all of us were friends.
Yes.
We were friends. Like, it wasn't like there was like any animosity. No one we only wanted to see Andy get better. I mean, I love the guy. I mean, I
Me
love
too.
his family. I still
awesome.
I still in contact with his family. I help some of his kids, with bodybuilding, and I love I love his wife. And the whole family is amazing.
I love the family too.
It's
I really
amazing.
do, despite what they said.
Let me finish. And I know that whatever your involvement was only because you wanted to help Andy, because we wanted to see Andy get better, because Andy was on a bad trajectory at that point in his life, and this whatever happened was so unfortunate. I mean, it was to make it to try to lay blame on someone is not going to bring Andy back, and it's very sad what happened, but I feel like it's making it worse by holding you responsible. I mean, I understand the family. I can't even imagine the pain that the family must be in from losing such a great man.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I think, you have a son, he needs you in his life, to influence him in a positive way. And I just don't think this is solving anything. It's not helping bring Andy back, or it's not like, you shot him with a gun in cold blood. It was an unfortunate, episode that happened that was really no one's fault.
I tried to bring him back to life. I really did.
I know.
I did my
you
best.
did.
I really did my best.
It's very sad.
The other shitty part about it is that here's a potential substance, or a substance that has potential use in a very positive way to help people who are beyond help, and to label it erroneously as the most dangerous drug in the world is not doing anybody any service. It's not doing anything to anybody positive. Nothing.
No, it's shutting down ibogaine research.
Exactly. It's a potentially positive thing to use in these circumstances, especially with respect to addiction of terrible substances that do kill you. And now you're taking something that has amazing potential to help people save their lives and get their lives back on track. And here's what they want to do.
I don't think they're taking it away, though, John. I saw on a thing, I think even Robert Kennedy. There's this stuff ibogaine that really helps to reboot. I mean,
I'm just talking about with respect to Ameen, what they're doing.
I know, but
him.
I think that they're looking
we need RFK to understand, and we need him to be a big part of this. That RFK, Governor Abbott, Senator Parody, as you said, we need these people to be vocal and explain what's happening right now, and explain that the federal government.
I really think that they should commute. I think they should commute your sentence until they get more information.
But why can't
about the benefits of it? And I think that at this point, why there's no rush. If you have to do the jail time, you'll do the jail time. It's not like this doesn't happen all the time. You're not a flight risk. If you're going to do 38 or whatever, you're going to have to do 30 months. You're going to do the 30 months. Why do they have to immediately rush to action?
But why don't you gather all the recent press releases where you got what's his name? RFK.
Well, Dave has some. Dave, you want to show some?
I
pulled one up. Yeah.
I've already got all the things I said. They're already in motion.
The fucked up thing is that if you parallel this in a comparison to marijuana, which is also a Schedule I drug, you find that states are usurping federal law and legalizing it in the states. Okay, Colorado being one, California, you know them all, Virginia. So they're taking a Schedule I drug that's ibogaine, marijuana. They're supposed to be equal because they're both Schedule I, right?
Right.
And now you got everybody and their brothers smoking weed all over the country, and nobody's batting an eye. All right. You help a dude try to save his life with a similar drug, same scheduling, and they want to put you away for life.
Right.
So where's the equity in
that? Yeah,
that?
but you know what the craziest thing is?
Wait, Craig, where's the equity in that? If the DEA is going out of their way to schedule drugs based on their abuse potential, danger, blah, 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 what they all use to schedule them, why in the world is everybody skating on marijuana and they want to put Ameen in jail for life? How is that? How does that?
But the craziest thing is, in a couple of years, you may see that that's now a legal therapy.
I think. Well, we have to qualify it, John. Also, I think if anything positive comes of this, I think with the message is that ibogaine is obviously a very useful compound for people with PTSD and addiction. However, it should be administered under medical supervision.
Right.
Because things can go wrong. And I think that if anything we're learning from what happened here with Andy and Ameen is that it shouldn't be done, in a hotel room. True. But we shouldn't stop the good stuff about ibogaine, and we shouldn't say, hey, it's going to kill people, which we know that's not the case.
Or mislabel it.
99% of these situations. However, however, there is a risk enough that this should be done under supervision.
Dave, I want to talk to you about this risk really quick, because I think a lot of people know that Andy had surgery right before I saw him on his elbow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I just want to say that it doesn't help when people lie to you about their loved one's health and say that they have a clean bill of health. We just left the hospital with a clean bill of health, when that's completely false. It doesn't do anybody any good. Lying like that is what leads to problems. Okay. And lying like that, if the truth had been known, the fatty liver, the cirrhosis, heart 3 times the size of normal, nobody would have ever said that he should have tried this.
Well, let me ask you this then. You said there were 30 ibogaine deaths?
They say 33.
They say 33, and you discounted numerous of the number of those 30.
Quite a few.
Is ibogaine by itself, with a healthy person, by itself lethal?
No, absolutely not.
All right, but listen, do you realize that if you gave your friend a shot of testosterone, you understand? My friend just gave me this big fucking jug of testosterone. I got it in my bedroom. I'm going to throw the fucking thing out. I don't want that shit, homemade.
Yeah.
But you go and you give that to one of your friends.
I bet you can put that on Marketplace. You probably sell it in 10 minutes.
No, I don't want to sell it. But I'm saying,
go to jail too.
But I'm saying that you could fucking. I didn't even want it. He gave it to me. The thing is that if you give it, even regular testosterone, you take a legal bottle of testosterone and you give your friend a shot and maybe hit a vein and he has to go to the hospital or fucking God forbid dies or something from a bad shot. And I know there's guys think that can't happen, but it can.
Oh, it can. Or an infection that can lead to sepsis. You could be in trouble
because you administered that shot of testosterone to the guy, because they'd say, well, you're not a doctor. How could you're not supposed to administer that? He should have went to a doctor to administer.
Right. Well, that's why I'm saying the fault I see here is that this wasn't done under supervised, medical situation where they could.
That's the only thing I think that they can.
I need to make it very clear. It was not my.
But hold on, listen. Let me finish. But it wasn't like Ameen put a gun to his head and said you have to do this. So
no. Hold on.
Compliance on both sides.
It was requested.
It was not my ibogaine session. Okay. It was at my home. Hold on a second. The only reason that I'm the one who's singled out for this is because the person who was living with me left to get some food, and he died in that short period of time. And then I called 911 and tried to revive him, and that's why I'm the one who's charged for this.
Well, it doesn't matter whether there was 1 or 2 people there.
No, it does matter because he was never questioned, and I was selectively targeted.
What I'm saying is that it was compliance on both sides. It was you both wanted to do it. So that's why.
But at the same time, Dave, I wasn't the buyer of the drug and I wasn't the seller of the drug. I was neither the buyer nor the seller. I was the one that called 911.
Say you were the facilitator. But
if you administer
it, I didn't administer it. I did not administer it, dude. Yeah. Let's make this very clear. I was just there, and I promised. I promised that if anything went wrong, I would call 911, and I did what I said I was going to do.
Okay, that's good.
I kept my word. I did everything I could to revive him. He should not have showed up at my house so unhealthy. They shouldn't have lied about that. They didn't do him any good.
Yeah. Well, like I said, like
you said, you should be screened before you do this. So when you're at the hospital and someone says, we got a clean bill of health.
It was a bad decision. It was a bad decision gone wrong, and unfortunately, I wish you were not being made the person to pay the price for it, because it really was a
dude. Even if you got a cold shot, a COVID shot, or fucking, you shouldn't even go get something else done. If you had just had some sort of procedure done, you should not do that. That's
especially if and you got your second COVID shot during that procedure too. Think about that.
But what about if Ameen was a doctor?
I just made that up. I didn't know.
How different would this?
He would have lost his license, John.
You can't. It's a Schedule I drug. But hold on. But my specialist, Dr. Mash, had a permit. She had a permit from the government to actually give a Schedule I drug to her patients, and her testimony wasn't good enough. That's bullshit. I hired the most qualified experts, more qualified than their experts.
Yeah, but you know what the problem was? I mean, you took a plea. So once you take a plea, you're at their mercy.
You're admitting guilt.
Yeah, you're admitting guilt. So
I admitted guilt as the aider and abetter, and it's all public. Everyone's going to see this. I had no part in the manufacturing, the distribution, the sale.
Well, yeah, but
none of that.
Once you take a plea and say I'm guilty, then you're at the mercy of the judge, and that's
at the sentencing, right? And we were naive. We thought that it was going to be I don't want to say fair.
You rolled the dice.
And then we found out how strong Big Pharma really is, how powerful Big Pharma really is.
But you haven't been sentenced yet, right?
No, I have been sentenced.
Oh, you have?
I haven't. I don't have a surrender date. I may have one. I may get off the phone with you guys and find out I got a surrender date. It could be any day now.
Yep.
Oh, I mean, I'm so
it might be tomorrow after the show.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah, I'm sure the show didn't help.
No, I think they're gonna let you. I think they're gonna let you get your affairs in order. You're not a flight risk, and there's no reason to not let you go see your family in Virginia, which is what you're doing. And when you get back, you'll surrender, and then hopefully maybe you'll have an appeal or some sort of.
The problem is that if I appeal it, I still end up going to prison, and then I lose the plea, which brings it back open to life in prison again.
Right.
And with what the judge already said, I'm going to get life in prison if I appeal it. She's listen. I want everybody to understand what the judge did was very strategic. They were begging for 10, which was the top of the cap. She gave me less than half. Less than half means you better not appeal this.
Right.
That's what that means.
No, it's true.
I thought what was fair was probation because I wasn't the distributor. I was the aider and abetter. I tried to save his life and all that. But that's not how they twisted it. They twisted it and made it, even though that's what it says. So whenever all these people, they go look it up, they're going to see what it says. And what it says is that I was the aider and abetter. That's in the pre-sentence investigation. That's in the post-sentence investigation. John, right? No one beats the feds, man.
I mean, you could take this as, all right, you got this to deal with right now, right? And that's the worst case scenario. And then as you go there, then you can work on, for good behavior and doing other things. Maybe you can reach out and say, I can help veterans suffering post-traumatic stress with diet and exercise, all natural ways, because you know all about that, because that's all. Besides, if you don't do the Ibogaine, all those other things.
It's all too late for that, Georgie. It's all too late for that.
I'm not saying it's done. Nothing's. I'm saying while he's there,
it won't do anything.
It won't matter. The drug program is that they gave me that, so I'll get in that, and that's going to reduce my time.
Well,
but again, guys, you have to understand there's a bigger picture at stake.
Put a file in it for him.
Nice.
I'm gonna make you a cake, and I'm gonna put a file. So when you see the file, make sure you start working on that shit.
It's like he thinks it's like Shawshank.
Yeah.
It's so hysterical that people think you can saw the bars on a jail cell.
It's a joke.
They're not. They're unsawable. There's a rod in the middle of them that when the thing you can't do it. It's impossible.
You could do
a steel door. There's no bars.
There's no way you're getting out of it with a file.
What about dental floss?
That's from the old Wild Wild West, where the fucking concrete is like made from like sandstone.
Yeah.
Well,
breaking them off.
Every week we have you on the show. There's another week that we're glad to be with you. I hope that.
Yeah, God bless.
I hope maybe they'll let you wait till after the holidays, to surrender. I don't know.
I hope so.
All right.
I hope they give me one last Thanksgiving with my family.
Yeah.
That'd be nice.
I mean, could I just say
saying-
something? I mean, listen, I mean, and all joking aside, sometimes in life we're forced to travel a path that we did not choose, but you can choose the way you walk that path. And what I mean by that is make something good happen out of all that. I know you say, how could something good be like that? Write a book when you're in there. Fucking start reading. Develop ideas for businesses and shit. So when you get out of there, remember you walk that path the way you want. They can't make you walk the path the way they want.
No, you're right. You're right.
You're walking a path that you didn't choose. It's not your choice to be there. Do you understand? It's not your choice. This is you're forced. But you can choose the way you walk that path. Make something happen out of it. Think of something good and just, that's the best you can do. Make that time say, you know what? I'm going to sit here and I'm going to write a fucking book on, whatever it is that, you feel and do some studying, create some shit in your brain. So the minute you get out of there, you're running. You understand what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
And on those wise words, we're going to wrap up today's episode.
Wait, I
you got two videos, Dave. Jimmy the Bull and a giant wave on your email.
Oh, is that the video? Hold on. All right, let me.
I
gotta pick my son up. But hold on. All right, let me see your video here. That's not the Jimmy the Bull one.
No,
that one you sent me that last week. What was the?
I'm not saying. I'm saying I just sent you new one footage we just filmed.
Oh,
a short.
I'm going to say a prayer for you. I mean, and when I say that, I wear rosary beads.
I'll show it next. I gotta go, George. I gotta wrap this up. I want to really end on a.
You're a good man. Hold your fucking chin up.
Give some motivational words to Ameen, please.
Never give up.
Never give up.
Boy, that's what they wanted me to do. By the way, the judge was very upset at the fact that she felt as if I still thought ibogaine was a good thing, and I don't know what they want. They want me to change the way I feel about it.
You should have told her. It really is. You want to try it?
I really wish I could. I really wish she would. I wish she would have went with Senator Perry and they would have done it together, and then everyone would be like, "This isn't as bad as we thought." Like I don't know.
Every exit is an entrance. Every exit is a new entrance.
That's what I said.
Let George finish the show.
George is right. When I think of an asset,
every exit is an entrance. Now you're in there with a whole bunch of people whose souls are lost. They're out of shape physically and mentally. Now you got great skills, and you're not going to have any access to any other stuff other than natural ways in there. You can do this and get all those people in shape, right? And then work on that. Work on yourself and work on them. And that's your new mission.
And don't let anybody.
There's no drugs. All natural ways. You can do it, Ameen. You're smart.
Are you trying to say there's no drugs in jail?
Wait a minute. Don't let anybody. Wait a minute. Don't let anybody enter
I'm
your
saying,
exit.
Romano.
Yes, you're right.
Don't let anybody
George.
enter your exit.
It will remain unentered.
I mean, you could enter somebody else's exit, but
no, don't give me any ideas, Enema Boy. All right.
We can send you packages, right?
I hope we have Ameen here again next week.
I'll see you next week from Virginia, guys.
Absolutely.
Okay.
I'm gonna send you a cake with ibogaine in it.
Edition of After Hours.
Never give up because God.